Hello and welcome to It's Time to Talk. My name's Anthony.
And I'm Andrew.
So today we have a few topics and we have a guest with us today. Shield, say hello, Shield.
Hello.
He is a high school senior with us. He's one of our classmates. That's what I meant. So the topics that we have, morality for marriage, what else? Pollution, and women in the front lines. Do you have a preference on which one that we start with today?
Up to you.
Okay. So we're going to start with this one because it's on top. So pollution. Now, we all know pollution is a bad thing. Global warming, ecosystem dying, stuff.
It sucks.
It's bad.
It's really bad. So in China, just for a reference point for people, the pollution is so bad that they are now selling cans of air. That's right, you heard me correctly. Cans of air. For 80 cents, a person can buy air in just, I don't know. The article didn't even describe how they have the air. They just...
New product from Coca-Cola, Coke Air.
Coke Air, that's it. Chill, what are your, you know...
How do you even go about that?
I don't even know, just go.
I don't know what to start with that because, like, air just means, like, that country is really desperate for air. Like, because where did they get the air in the beginning? How did they clean it?
I mean, what do they
How do you
go
can air?
I think they just go up. It's like Poland Springs. Instead of going to like springs, they just go to the area around the Poland Springs air.
Poland Air.
That's their new thing.
They, like,
Poland
grab
air.
the neutral air.
They take their air. They probably just like they just open it, put the cap on it, and just here 80 cents.
Do they have a factory for this?
Do they charge labor?
Well, I mean, it's 89 cents, so obviously it's not a very hard process.
It's 80 cents. See,
Oh,
it says it
excuse
right
me.
here.
I apologize.
80 cents. I think I should make a trip to
You can
China.
buy it for 80 cents. Can I buy it at like Stop and Shop?
Do
Like-
they have like blue light specials at Kmart?
What if you're in an elevator and someone just excretes natural gas? Can you like use the air then?
That would be awesome. But then again, you still be in the elevator, though. So it'd just be all around.
You only have a few seconds of relief.
Just die.
But how big are these cans? I mean, this doesn't say how big the cans are or anything. It just
I'm
says that
guessing
they're
it's like
selling
a
cans of
I'm
air.
guessing-
standard
like a
soda
regular
can.
soda can, yeah.
I'd say like Coke
So
can
just, like,
size.
open it.
Like, it's not carbonated though.
How does that matter?
I don't know. It doesn't.
That's not.
But the
we were just talking
pollution
about
issue, along with this, is we are, as Earthlings and humans, burning a very
Earthenites.
yes, a very just a lot of oil. So
We're running
gas,
through
just in
natural
case
resources.
no one knows how pollution works. But I mean, pollution works also in a lot of other ways that aren't even just like smoke or anything. Littering, obviously, you see people trying to prevent it with fines and everything. In America, obviously, it has to stop here, with something like that. If you see in China that they're, like I said, selling air, and we are pretty much almost following in the same path to the point where we just don't make any of our stuff, it can get really bad. We don't need that to happen. So from the host of It's Time to Talk, we ask you not to litter or pollute as much as possible.
There's a $250 fine on my street.
Is there?
Yep. There's a sign.
There you go. So there's a fine for it. Canned air. All right, we're going to move to the next one. Do you want to do you can do the women in the front lines. Go ahead.
So, yeah, some of you may have heard recently, there was I guess it's a bill passed that allows women in the armed forces to be able to fight on the front lines now rather than having to stay back and do kind of more retreated jobs. How do you guys feel about that one?
I would say it's a topic of equality, pretty much. Just like there was a whole problem before with civil rights and people being like the racial issues about people being in the army, being able to serve together. It's pretty much just equality. People just want to know if they want to know they have the right to be able to do it. I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of people won't do it, but they want to know like they have the right to go into army. A whole bunch of women want the right to go in the army and serve, just like they want the right to vote.
Now, what I was gonna say is, do you feel like this would kind of be a distraction to like the men out there just having?
Well, it could be a issue because it'd be more like say if we were in the front lines, if a woman was to die, and a man was in the middle of service.
Yeah.
it would be distracting because it would be like, oh, you have to save somebody. But then again, it would be a thing of equality because would it happen with a man, or is it just like?
I guess it comes down to the question: are women really equal in this country?
Pretty
I
much.
mean, is this like the ultimate point where women are equal?
I guess so. Well, there's still a lot of stuff in the world that men and women are equal at because men can't give birth. That's something we're not equal
That's
at.
true.
So
That is very true.
it's hope-
We can go down a bad term with that one. But like I think it's definitely one of those things like when you're out there with these women, I mean, it will be a distraction, these men who are out there for like a year or so at a time. And I mean, I feel like that could get out of hand pretty easily too, but it's like it's one of those things they're just gonna distract you. Plus you almost feel these men will kind of feel like they need to protect